All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at RankAtom and Wope. I had more than a few people comment on my latest videos just saying, hey, what's the difference between RankAtom and Wope? So I'm going to do a quick video, and right off the bat, I'm just going to tell you that, well, one of them does rank tracking, so you can actually track your keywords inside the tool. And it's a great keyword research tool, which you could compare it to a research tool called LearWire. And that is a tool right over here, LearWire. And it does look a lot like what you're going to get with RankAtom. Okay, so RankAtom definitely is like a LearWire alternative. I don't know if it actually lists that as one of the alternatives right here. I'm going to check ahrefs and semrush, but surprised they don't put that there. But it's kind of the same concept. It's going to go out and look for weak spots in the rankings. Sometimes if there's forums or social media sites that are ranking for a keyword, that it will tell you that you have a chance to rank for those because those are somewhat weaker pages that are ranking for a keyword. But I do believe that this last Google algorithm update, that a lot of those pages like Reddit and Quora and so forth are actually stronger than they have been in the last few years. So this kind of thought process behind this might not be quite as accurate today, but I'll show you one of my favorite ways that you can look, because I always kind of I always like to look for low domain authority or DA sites in the top 10, and then I like to go for those types of pages, and I always kind of have done that, and that's some kind of traditional SEO right there that I don't really think has changed much. The domain authority is basically the backlink profile of a site, and the lower the DA, the more chance you have of probably outranking them if you have good content and maybe you have a few backlinks to your page. So RankAtom, we're going to go and check that out. I'll also go over the pricing. We have Wope right here as well. Now, it's important to understand that Wope is only a rank tracking tool, so it's not going to be able to do keyword research. So if you are looking for a tool that does both, you might want to consider RankAtom. But the big deciding thing that you need to be aware of is that the keyword rank tracking per month on RankAtom is much lower than you're going to find on Wope. And right now, I just really want to go with maxing out our top tier on RankAtom. You'll be able to track 550 keywords per month. Now, you'll have just a ton of keyword credits per month, as far as this will be, a keyword research tool that you can use and not have to invest in any other keyword research tool. But it only has 550 rank trackers. So that's going to be, and then keep in mind, this is a one-time price right here. But if you were on one of the bigger plans for either SE ranking, ahrefs, or semrush, you would be able to track more keywords than this, but you would also be paying a couple $100 a month for the tool. So I guess when we come and look at Wope, right off the bat, I want to go and look at the plans and features, and we'll go to the tier. I'm going to go to the last tier right over here. So for $389, you'll be able to track 2,500 keywords right there. Okay. So 2,500. So what is that? 5 to 6 times more the amount that you would be able to with RankAtom, and RankAtom is going to cost you an additional $100 for their plan. But that's the biggest difference that you guys need to understand between RankAtom and Wope, is that RankAtom is a nice combination tool that does rank tracking, and it's very heavy on keyword research. So think of RankAtom as a go-to keyword research tool with a side like a side salad, like a side order of rank tracking. Okay. But Wope would be that tool that you could replace SERP Robot or any of the other SERP ranking tools that you're using. I'm using SERP Robot, and once you've already got multiple projects in there and so forth, and I pay monthly for it. I pay about $15 a month for SERP Robot right now. Once you get used to a tool and you're invested in that tool, it's going to take a lot to switch to a different tool, but you're getting so much more as far as the keyword rank tracking over here. But there's no keyword research in Wope. So if you're looking, so let's sum this whole part up for you guys. Okay. If you're looking for a keyword research tool, you can't go with Wope. It's not a keyword research tool. It is a keyword rank tracker, and a very good one. And they're very generous with the amount that you are. I mean, if you invest with this tier 4, you might not need another rank tracking tool ever. At 2,500 words, that's a lot. Because I mean, for any given project, you might be tracking 1 to 300 keywords at a time. And then, once you do something with that site, you sell the site, or it gets to a certain point, you're not going to really need to track those keywords anymore. Really, you want to track your keyword rankings mostly for when you are building your new site and you want to see it, the first 6 months or so of the project. Or if you have client sites and you're ranking, if you're doing local SEO, you're not going to have that many keywords per project or per client or customer anyways. And you could use this tool. So Wope is a really fantastic keyword rank tracking, a SERP tracker. And it's probably the most generous for the price that I've seen, with all the many keyword trackers that I've seen on AppSumo. This might be the best one that I've seen at 2,500 keywords for only $389K. But if you're looking for a keyword research tool and you want an LTD right now, I probably would recommend at the highest recommendation would be RankAtom. So I really hope that kind of just explains it. We'll go take a look at just a couple features in here, but really you can kind of end the video right there if you want. That's really, I can't tell you which one to get, because they are kind of different tools. They really are in different categories. But if you really didn't need a ton of keyword tracking, and you're really heavy on keyword research, and you want a bunch of keyword research, and you want the best keyword research tool, and you want a little bit of rank tracking, then I would recommend just slightly give the edge to RankAtom. But so if you're looking for a keyword research tool, go with RankAtom. But if you're looking for that ultimate, ridiculous, keyword tracking tool that has a lot, thousands of words that you can track, or keywords that you can track, then you're going to go with Wope. And in some cases, you're going to need to go with both. You're going to need to pick up both tools so you can have the best of both worlds, basically. So we're in RankAtom right over here, and I'm just going to show you, we're going to go into this keyword. This was a wild card, right? How to money, anything that has money in it. And you have all these different, there's a legend right over here for the different colors. We can switch the theme anytime we want as well. I'm going to stick with the dark theme. And you can see that we can go ahead and separate this by, so if I wanted to go, I want a minimum of one weak spot in the top 10. So it's going to sort all these, and we're going to be able to see that there's a minimum right over here. We have a weak spot. We have a weak spot right here. This is a DA of 1. For this keyword called dance monkey. But you can just keep coming through here and seeing that right here, as long as there's one weak spot, see, these are Quora right here. So it really operates a lot like that low fruits tool. You have Reddit right over here. But when you look at this LinkedIn, Reddit, Quora, I take these with a grain of salt now. Where I really probably wouldn't go for this, because this is very competitive. If you look at all the DAs over here, it's a very strong competitive keyword. And just because Reddit's ranking right there, or Quora, you're probably not going to be able to get on page 1 very easily anymore. So I'm really not using this in the way that they created the tool. And I'm not using this because I've heard from multiple sources that these otherwise, previously were thought of as possible weak spots, that may not be the case right now, in December of 2024, that these are probably just, Google is favoring these sites now, and they're getting a lot of the search rankings, and it's harder to win these little spots and call these actual weak spots. But you can use this tool still in many other different ways. We can also come in here and we can say, well, I want a minimum of at least 1 with a low DA in the top 10. And so then now we're looking at all these sites that if we hover over here, that we have all these DAF 17 right there. You can ignore those ones, but all these green means that there's a low DA. So now we can come over here, how to make money with ChatGPT as 2 words. You'll be able to see that there is a ChatGPT guide.ai, and that only has a DAF 12. And you can see that this site is it's ranking highly because the entire website is built around ChatGPT. So it's a very on point. It has a good knowledge graph of that exact topic. The entire site has to do with ChatGPT. And so that's probably why it's ranking, right? And then you can go over here. We can look at another DA of 15, popautomation.com. So you can come over here, and this is a good way. And then when you see a bunch of green, how much money does Disney make a day? You're going to have even more of a chance. You have all these low DA 20 or less. And right now I have it set to DA 20. Now we can always come over here to the settings, and we can go to settings, and we can change this if we want to look at DA 30, DA 40, or DA 15 even, and be real aggressive. We can make those adjustments right there. You can also turn on keyword golden ratio. And so we go back over to the keyword research section. And if I go back over and we click in there, it's automatically going to leave off where we left off. So I like that you don't have to go through all of your filtering again. It's going to stick with the filter you already had on it. But then I'm going to come through, and so all those keywords, you can see that we have the KGR has actually been, we've analyzed the KGR. Now that does take another credit. So, I believe it takes 1 or 2 extra credits, 1 extra credit, I think. So if I went and did a keyword research, and I would have to, double the credits that I would use. So if I use 1,000 credits, but I want the KGRs, then I'm going to use 2,000 credits, if that makes sense. So use the KGR sparingly if you would like. Just depends on what budget you have in your available credits over here. But the KGR is pretty cool because it's going to calculate that classic KGR that Doug Cunnington kind of stapled as easier keywords to go for as well. So we can go over here and look and see if we have some good KGRs. I don't see any. Where's the custom weak spot? I'm not really seeing. I'm going to turn that off right there. And now we're looking at 6,000 keywords. Now I want to see. So there was no good KGRs in this group, how to do something with money. There was no good KGRs. So this is just telling me that this is a very competitive niche, right? But you have all kinds of cool things you can do. Now here's the rank tracker, right? So I've got a few keywords in here, and you can see rank 2, 7, 0, 4. You're going to see how it's measuring those. So this is also one of those things too. If you're all about rank tracking, and that's your big thing, or the tool you need, you're definitely going to want to go with Wope, because you're going to really, really see a lot more like competitive analysis and data. We can go into the performance and summary, and you're going to be able to look at all your keywords from different angles, and you're going to see all your keywords right over here. You're going to see what your current rank is on the current day, and the change and so forth. So this is a true rank tracker with all the data that you would need in order to monitor your keywords. Whereas with RankAtom, it is really just a very simple basic rank tracker. It's just going to tell you where you rank. And I believe that this only is updated weekly. I believe we can change the frequency, but that's going to cost more credits. So that is, again, a huge separator. I believe Wope actually checks keywords multiple times a day, and it doesn't cost any more credits. And so the more that I really look at this, if you need a rank tracker for your keywords, you absolutely 100% are going to want to go with Wope, because it's going to update every day, minimal 1 time a day, but I think it does it 2 or 3 times a day from what I read. So you're going to have the latest tracking ability on your keywords with Wope. Okay. So I really, I'm just going to come back over here and just go over here. I haven't used the BERT analysis. I mean, I think you ask it a question, you click on, and then it's going to give you a lot more data behind the SERPs with what's going on, what the big keywords are right over here, and your best BERT score 99.85 and so forth. So I think the higher the number right here just means that those articles are really have a high score. The content is really, really good and answers the question really, really well. So if you have really high scores, 90 or higher, you might have a hard time ranking for that keyword. So it's an additional kind of research function. We have competitor analysis right over here. You can actually add in your domain for the competitor that you want to go and keep track of their keywords and so forth as well. And then when you do your keyword research, that domain that you put in over here will also show up as a competitor. But it's not going to do the reverse, competitor analysis that those bigger tools are doing. So it's not telling you all their backlink profiles and, all that kind of good stuff. It's not really doing any of that. There's no gap analysis. So this really isn't a true ahrefs or semrush or even SE ranking alternative. If you need all those SEO tools, this tool still is probably not going to do it for you. So I'm going to come back with that final thought to end the video in a minute, okay? But those are basically what you do in here, right? So really, what RankAtom is it's a really good keyword research tool, and it is like low fruits. So when you want to go and analyze something, you can favorite it, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can just push this button right over here, and it's going to analyze this keyword for us, right? I can come over here, freelance artist resume, right? We can go ahead and push that refresh button right there as well, and it's going to go out and get the data for us as well. So when it gets the data, see, now we have the fresh data right over here. This is not a good keyword. I have KGR turned on, so it's going to tell us it's bad right there. And this one has 210 volume. And when it finishes up, it'll do it live right in front of us right here. And if you want to do a bunch of these at once, then you select them all right over here. There's 10 keywords right here, and you would just say analyze all right there. And then you have this white line, right, that kind of box that shows up, and it's going ahead and going to analyze those for us. It's going to bring in the KGR, the lowest DA, the highest DA, and so forth, and the cost per click and so forth, and the relevance of the keyword. So this is a keyword research tool, and definitely if you pay for low fruits and you don't want to pay monthly, then this would be that great replacement tool for low fruits. But as a rank tracking software, you're definitely going to want Wope. So I really, when you come back into RankAtom, and one thing I will say is that this must be going out and doing some complex things, because it does take a little bit longer than you would think, or than you would want. Of course, we're always pressed for time, right? And we want things instantly, but this does seem to take a little bit longer than you would expect in order to get the results back. So that's just something to be kind of at least aware of. So at the end of the day, guys, it's kind of really hard to just tell you which one you need to get. If you need a keyword research tool, it's RankAtom. If you need a keyword rank tracking tool, then you would want to go with Wope. If you need both tools, then you're going to need to pick up both. I will say probably the most revealing part of kind of looking at both these tools again and comparing them is that you probably would not just pick up RankAtom and kind of count on its rank tracking ability, because it's only going to track weekly. In a sense, especially if you get one of these lower tiers, you're going to feel kind of nickel and dimed, if you will, because, anytime you want to switch something up, it costs more credits and so forth. So really, if you need a rank tracking tool, go with Wope. So I hope that this kind of made, I don't know if this helped you out, but at the end of the day, out of the two tools, there isn't one size fits all. There isn't one of the tools that's going to do everything for you. Not one of these tools. I think this is really what you guys are looking for. RankAtom and Wope. Not one of these tools is actually going to be a replacement like they're claiming up here for ahrefs or semrush. These are not ahrefs or semrush alternatives. They're nice side dishes, if you will. They're great at one thing. RankAtom's great at keyword research and identifying weak spots and low DA and so forth. Wope is great at SERP ranking and keeping track of your keywords. So if you wanted I would call this a combo pack. You really want to get both of these tools. If you're not going to pay for ahrefs, semrush, or SE ranking, those are monthly subscription, great tools. They do all this for you, but they do cost monthly. If you are a lifetime deal type person, you don't want to pay monthly for any tools, then I would, at the end of the day, would recommend getting RankAtom and Wope so that you kind of have all those things covered, the SERP rank tracking, and you have your keyword research tool. So hopefully this brought some value to you. If it did, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe. The links will be below to both these tools. At the end of the day, I do recommend both tools because both of these tools are very user-friendly, and you can use these tools and they work, and they're great. They're great tools. They've got good reviews and so forth. So I'll see you in the next video.